that those early programs teach that makes a difference to them?
It is a combination of what is taught and how it's taught.
And that would be
So there are 10 specific criteria that are involved in a high quality preschool setting. And those criteria are clearly outlined inside my bill that identify what is required from what needs to be present to ensure success. And the reason why this is so important, why this question is so critical, is that there are multiple other types of pre-K-like programs, both private and federally funded programs like Head Start, that do not have the types of academic enduring results that we're seeing from these programs.
how's it different?
Is parent involvement in part of that? Because
Critical.
you know what, if
Absolutely.
you're not teaching the parents, it's
Yes.
not going to change anything.
A critical piece of success is parental involvement in the classroom. That they must be a part of the educational experience, that they're in the classroom on a regular basis, weekly, interacting with the teachers as a volunteer, that they're part of the educational experience at home, that homework is going home with the kids, the parents are participating in that homework, that they have access to subject matter expertise after hours. It's a combination of parent and child educational experience that are critical to success. But let's go here and there.
Homework
Yes.
at that age.
Well, it's experiential homework. It's about play. It's about having fun. It's combining the educational experience with fun. That's the way that they're doing it. It's fantastic. Now, if you have not seen this, if you have not had a chance to go look at what's happening, you need to go participate and go see these types of experiences and what's going on, how they're doing age-appropriate educational influence and have access to educational experiences at home, homework, as part of the learning process. Here and then back there.
Is this different than the school districts already, their programs already set up for special needs children? Is this totally different from that?
No, in fact, the answer to that is that it's based off these programs that are working right now within the system that we're wanting to expand and make them available to more kids.
So you're expanding to kids that don't have special needs, that are in the poverty level, that are not receiving services?
Correct. Yes, back here.
You said that there were about 6,000 children?
Yes, ma'am.
that were on this. So if there's only 6,000 children who need this program, why is it not possible to find a way to pay for this that is not through the government?
Volunteers, something like that. It's
Yeah.
not the government's job, a lot of this stuff, and it's taxing us to death.
Okay, well, let's talk about that.
It
I'm with you on that. And the reality is that we're being taxed on it to death right now. We're paying for it right now.
Paying for things maybe we shouldn't be paying. The government can't be the end all to everything.
So you're telling me that if a child is unsuccessful, we should not remediate?
No, but I'm saying, what about volunteers? I see volunteers in another government program that we have to fund all the time. Take it from somewhere else if it wants to be funded, but take it from somewhere else.
Okay.
Can I just add something? Okay, so government intervention doesn't necessarily mean success.
Agreed.
My cousin, who is in her 50s now, has lived on welfare since she graduated from high school. In fact, she was a straight A student in the public school education system. She still lives on welfare. It's embarrassing, okay? And then I know another kid that I thought for sure, he was a dropout in high school. I thought for sure his life was going to go downhill. He made a whole bunch of horrible choices, joined the military, now is successful with a family, not living on the government. It's about individual choice. It's not about what we do to save people. And these types of programs, all it does is reinforce the government's there to save me. The government's going to protect me. The government's going to help me through all of this. And it's a lie.
Okay. Tracy.
As a taxpayer, I thank you for doing this. You're going to save me money. And that's important to me. These programs exist. The results are proven. We know they work. They're voluntary. I assume last year was voluntary. I assume it's voluntary this year. It's an opportunity to give these kids a chance to succeed in the educational system. And you can always tell little stories about one person or two persons there that it didn't work for. But as a whole, we know this works, and we know the statistics are there. The research is there. It's been proven.
Correct. We'll come up here, and then over to Brandon, and then back there, and then here. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, my wife teaches at a school with kids that would qualify for that. And I see where the kids start off. And I see if you catch them early. And, I mean, my wife's a kindergarten teacher. If she catches them early, most of the kids in her schoolroom right now started off not speaking any English at all.
Right.
Now most are fairly fluent by now. But this gives them the chance to get up to the level of other kids that they didn't have that chance before. And once they get up to that level, it's easier for them to progress, and it's less money in the long run that we have to spend to get them up to that level later on.
These are the main arguments for why I support it. Because we either pay now or we pay later. Kind of that issue. Yes.
So I sat in on the third reading of your bill last time, and I know that there was 2 senators that brought up the subject of information not being properly secured so that it's not being released to the federal government through some sort of breach. I didn't understand the acronym that they were referring to, but there was a little bit of debate on that. Is this applying, or are you addressing that in any way of making sure that the information that you're tracking these students, I guess, is not being put out,
Made available
publicly, made available to the, like it's owned internally to the state and not accessible anywhere else other than.
Yeah, so this comes back to, I forget who said it, but some data issue that
Yes.
we're generally concerned about the privacy of student data, especially individually recognizable personal student data. So this, I don't know what part of that bill that we were talking about, Brandon, where that was an issue. I don't remember that coming up on this one.
It might be that, because the state, in adopting Common Core, also adopted what they call the P20W database, which stands for preschool through grade 20 and into the workforce. And so as a result, then anyone that enters the school system is tracked in this database, and it is shared with the federal government and other interested parties.
What was it called?
P20W.
P20W. And it's under our SLDS system, which is
Yeah,
our
the-
state longitudinal data.
SLDS?
That's right, because I know that there was at least 2 senators that asked you questions about that, and the
And
release of that, and
In that, because I didn't get to a
never
third
really-
reading on my bill.
was it not